Here we're given the function f and we are asked to graph it. So the first thing here when I'm graphing this that I want to do is I like to use an x and y table if I'm struggling with the graphs here. I like to mention in my XY table where my vertical asymptote is at. And because this graph shifts 2 units to the right, I know that my vertical asymptote is going to be at +2. So everything else is going to be to the right of that line. Now, when I choose my x values, I want to choose them intelligently. I'm going to plug in here 3 to start. And the reason for that is because I get 3 minus 2, and then I get log base 2 of 1. And log base anything of 1 is just 0, because 2 to the power of 0 is 1. Then I multiply that by -2, and 0 times -2 is still 0. The second point that I want to do here is I want to look at the stuff on the inside, and I want to make it equal to this base here, because if I get log base 2 of 2, I know that is equal to 1. So the x value I'm going to choose here is 4, because if I plug in 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. Then log base 2 of 2 equals 1. And then I multiply that by -2 because of this value here. So again, I'm intelligently choosing my x values because when I plug them into this equation, it gives me a nice, pretty number for my y value. So this is kind of enough points here to graph. So I have my vertical asymptote. I go to 3, and that's my first point. 4 and -2 is my second point. So I get my negative log function that looks kind of like this. Sorry for the not so straight line. And there is my general graph. The domain and range of this are fairly straightforward. Domain is anything greater than 2. Range is all real numbers, so -infinity to +infinity.